Jason Whitlock did not hold back about Shedeur Sanders and Cam Ward performance this past Sunday. Also, Coach Prime ran into the Cleveland Browns owner Jimmy Haslam and Coach Prime reaction to Shedeur Sanders' performance this past Sunday against Cam Ward and the Tennessee Titans. We getting ready to talk about it right here on Sports Talk with B. Watts. Do me a favor, do my solid, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel if you don't mind, and hit that notification bell. It'll let you know whenever I go live or drop a video. Let's get this party started. Let's go. Got it on my mind. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm never confident. Jason Whitlock. You remember Jason Whitlock when he used to be on Fox Sports, and also he's been on ESPN. He never had anything good to say about Shedeur Sanders, Coach Prime, Shiloh, none of the Sanders in the past. But Shedeur Sanders put on a show, and he making everybody come out the closet and recognize his play. This is what Jason Whitlock tweeted on yesterday. He said Shedeur put on a show. Cam Ward embarrassed himself. Cam Ward is not an NFL quarterback. These are the words of Jason Whitlock. He also went on to say these words right here. Cam Ward looks like the zero-star quarterback he was coming out of high school and was flat out worse than Shedeur Sanders yesterday. Ward has only regressed throughout the season, and the Titans may have to think about taking a quarterback next April. Let's listen to Jason Whitlock when he was on this podcast. Jason.
Having watched this, one guy looked like borderline first or second round pick, and another guy looked like a fifth round draft pick. And it wasn't who you think, in my view. Cam Ward looks like the zero-star high school quarterback that he was. I don't know look, I know they got a terrible coaching staff. I know they fired their coach. I know there's chaos in the Tennessee organization, but I didn't like his footwork. I didn't like his mechanics. I didn't like his fundamentals. Cam Ward looks like a really bad number one overall draft pick. And Shedeur looks like a guy that might stick around the NFL. Your thoughts?
Cam Ward, every time I see him, especially in the second half of the year, Jason, his internal clock is now hurried up because he is starting to rush himself on every throw. And I saw one that was over route to DK, wide open. Should have been a 35-yard gain, and I just said to him, you got to hit that. The most alarming thing that I see about my guy is I don't expect you to make every spectacular play, but you can't leave that many layups on the field. There's too many routine throws, and his mechanics are being rushed. I mean, Jason, not only does he have maybe the most mediocre set of wide receivers in the league, they make up for it by having the worst offensive line.
That's Jason Whitlock on his podcast talking about Cam Ward and Shedeur Sanders' performance this past Sunday. Jason Whitlock has never said anything good about Shedeur Sanders this year. He just hasn't. I've been checking him out every now and then. He had nothing good to say about Shedeur Sanders. But you got to remember, there's a lot of media people out there the same way. And now all of a sudden, they got something good to say. You see, Shedeur been performing this way from Colorado, Jackson State. It ain't nothing new to us. I don't know why it's new to them to say he's not an NFL quarterback. But check this out. These are the lies that people were saying about Shedeur Sanders coming out of college and doing the NFL draft. He doesn't get along with teammates. That was a lie. Has poor study habits. That's a lie. Sits in the back of the room during meetings. That's a lie. Has a weak arm. He showed him that was a lie. lacked the IQ to lead a NFL offense as effectively as Dylan Bridgen Gabriel, and that's a lie. Too slow to escape the pocket against a NFL caliber speed defense, that's a lie. Has poor practice habit, that's a lie. All lies that was told on Shedeur this past NFL draft process. And now he go out there on Sunday and show the world, boy, I'm him. I'm who y'all been looking for, Cleveland. I'm that franchise quarterback. And also, you know when there's a lie, the truth will come out. And here goes some truth about Shedeur Sanders. Highly confident, true. Super blind talent, true. The most marketable player in the NFL, true. Raised by a strong black father who instilled in him from birth to never doubt himself under any circumstance, true. A franchise quarterback, true. Unshakable resistance, true. An excellent role model for his kids, for the kids, true. Love and respect by teammates and opponent alike, true. God-fearing guy, true. Those are the things about Shedeur Sanders the NFL don't like. They don't like that because you can tell the way the media is attacking Shedeur, man, it's crazy. It is amazing to witness how the media machine can completely assassinate a young man's character and have the general public believe in their lies. This was not just the media, it was the NFL, the coaches, the GMs, the scouts were all in on this hit job because Shedeur Sanders and his father refused to bow down to their demand. That's what all about. That's what it's all about. Shedeur Sanders not going to bow down. That's why Kevin Stefanski can't coach him, can't handle him. Shedeur Sanders is his own. He's his own. And you're going to start hearing the narrative. When Shedeur continues to play good, that Kevin and his coaching staff brought Shedeur up to his feet. They developed him. That's what you're finna start hearing. They gonna give a credit to Kevin Stefanski, his team, Kevin Stefanski's team, who all his support group, and the media, Mary Kay. They gonna say Kevin Stefanski drew Shedeur Sanders as a quarterback. That's what they gonna say. I promise you, that's what they gonna say starting next week. That's what you're gonna hear. Kevin Stefanski groomed Shedeur Sanders into a quarterback because they gonna say he wasn't ready when he first got there. You can listen to the questions of the interview whenever Shedeur have his press conference. Listen to the question they be asking, especially Mary Kay. Especially Mary Kay. They dishonest. I don't know why. They should be proud to have a quarterback like Shedeur Sanders in Cleveland, especially when you look back at their history at quarterbacks. They should be excited. They should be thankful. They should be grateful. But it is what it is. They Cleveland. They used to losing. They are used to losing. And Shedeur is a winner. He told you, I'm who you've been looking for. If you ain't trying to change your franchise, I ain't your guy. I ain't your guy. But hey, check this reaction between Coach Prime and Jimmy Haslam. And also, I'm going to show you the video of Shedeur was playing the Tennessee Titans this Sunday and watch the reaction of Coach Prime.
What's going on? Honored to see you, sir. How you feeling? Well, we're glad to have you. Are we taking care of you? You need anything? All right, let's have 12 play well. Is that right? Yeah. All right. Good to see you, man. Hey, guys, Jimmy. Good to see you all. Yeah.
And a flag. And a flag. So we had one. They gave us one. We should be at the one. We should be at the two at least. I'm really wrong. What they at the 4, 2? It should be the 6.
6, yeah.
How we at the 6 and we got?
They probably went half the distance.
Finna get in there.
7 in route. Stick with the route combination. Quarterback draw. Good go. They tipped it. Ah, shit. They tipped it. Ooh, in a bucket. Stop playing. Stop playing. Stop. What's his name? Come on, man. Why? What's his name? Why? No. Bro. Put it on the production. Take the helm. Come on, man. Nothing. We gotta overdo now. I know he is. It's him. Come on, let's get it.
That's Coach Prime and the Cleveland Browns owner meeting up when Coach Prime got there to the Cleveland Browns stadium, and Coach Prime reacted to Shedeur Sanders' play this Sunday. Coach Prime said, boy, I know him. I know he that dude. I know he was going to come and bring him back. Coach Prime said, we call him grown for a reason. He grown. He's grown. I like that reaction right there. But hey, Shedeur Sanders is prepping and getting ready this week to go up against another first-round quarterback, a #1 pick quarterback. He just got through putting Cam Ward in his place. Now he got one more quarterback that's on his schedule, and they play this Sunday. Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears. Caleb Williams was drafted #1 overall 2 years ago. And remember, Shedeur Sanders and Caleb Williams went up head-to-head when Caleb was at USC and Shedeur was at Colorado. You see the stats right there. We can look probably for the same type of game. A shootout. A shootout. Shedeur ain't bagging down. He's not going to bag down. Once again, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, you got it. Your D1. Hit my face. Hit that right foot. Flat is down. He's down the side. And if you like, put it all together. And down there. Thanks. 2 sets. Touch that bottom thing. And going number 2. Long so again. Number 2. Going number 6. Alright. Once again, thanks for watching. Will be what? I got a line so tonight. They are possible. See, I'm just, it's gonna be on, okay? It's not gonna be this big show tonight. I'm going to once again, thank you for watching. Will be what? I did it.